Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Minshew. That one deep for London. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, ready, 38.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the numbers for Brooks a week ago. 13 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
You look at this Carolina defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now they'll audible to something else. Here's Minshew. Now he fires deep for Shakir. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. All right, check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 13 carries, 54 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 27. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They go play action. Young. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young going to give to Brooks. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 3rd and 4. It's Young off play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Brooks. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Come on now.
A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Try to get that pass to Khalil Shakir, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints. This is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Khalil Shakir, 77 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. This is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Off the play fake, Young. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Here And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Young here, you can see, changing the play. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tip Ryman, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Minshew sets to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Minshew 1st and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. He'll look to throw. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Worthy, 64 yards. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons off it. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, Young. And he's got his man on the out route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Once again, it's Brooks.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Second down and 6 now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Atlanta regains possession. It's Brooks to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The play fake. Now Young. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Carolina. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Ready. Let's go. Go set.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
45. White.
Young, he's going to change it up. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tip Ryman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers just continue to roll. Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. Looking to throw. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is real.
Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Shakir hauls it in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
2nd down and 4.
It'll be Minshew again. Wide open receiver, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On 2nd down, Minshew. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Young to throw it. That one completes him again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Young off the play fake. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Panthers extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcons on. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. He's up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Waddle, the motion man right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Xavier Leggett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are pouring it on. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and Carolina scores to cap it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Atlanta prepped and ready for its... They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a... Slot man moves right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Man in motion left, Mingo. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Panthers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he stopped immediately there.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this complete to Worthy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That is caught, and he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game, and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. They'll try again, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now a play fake here on first down.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play.
84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That good for 19 and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And No thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So out come the Falcons now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Drop 60, drop 60. Hurt.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons back out, getting set for... So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Carolina, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.